I'm not gonna say I told you. Stinking. Cause I ain't tell ya. Go ahead and focus and meditate on this greatness. If you don't hear the glory, you probably still stuck in the matrix. He said this is for me. Living revelation on your playlist. Since everybody A-listed, we probably need to pray this. The kingdom is coming. Better yet, the kingdom is here, and we the proof of purchase. And I'm not a part of no circus. We two different churches. Who you manifest in the earth with, undermining our purposes for the blessings and the cursing. You know this is working.
God, you a genius. Man, shout out Dave Chappelle, man. Dave Chappelle said the best, man. I don't like when people call people crazy. Turn me up just a little bit, just dismiss. Sometimes my baby think I'm breaking.
What's good? Chilling, man. We up in Columbia. In the lab.
You finally made it, man.
Yeah, man, I had to.
But I'm glad you're here, bro. You finally made it to the platform. My goal is to make sure that, I connect with you and engage with you on a high level. Welcome to Thinking Kingdom Media, where we have real conversations with real people, man, and we share real music here. The first question I typically ask, or I always ask my guests, man, is, who are you, man? For the people that don't know you, never seen you before, who are you, Willie G?
Willie Geeh. Husband. Okay, who am I? I'm a child of God, first and foremost.
Right.
I'm a husband. I'm a brother. I'm an artist, man. If you had to put me in one sentence, that's what I am. I'm an artist in every aspect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I am. I'm an artist.
You're creative, man.
Yeah.
That's what you were made for, to create, man. You also are a podcaster, man. You're a podcast host. Have you figured out how to make money podcasting yet?
Bunny podcasting?
Yeah.
What is bunny podcasting?
Like money
podcasting.
Through your podcast, yeah.
I know the way.
You know?
And I'm taking
I'm
taking the way. Like what I'm doing now.
Shout out to No Labels Podcast.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. No Labels and the whole No Labels family. But it's like No Labels, it's art. You feel what I'm saying? It's conversation. Like conversation is like art to me.
It's
like
art,
authentic conversation is art. But yeah, I ain't figured it out. Not because I don't know how, it's because I haven't made it to that point where it's bringing revenue yet. But that's coming.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wondered, how podcasters make money, and I guess it's off building relationships with people and advertisements and stuff like that. When you gain an audience to a point where you can make agreements with people,
you gotta pop. Like you gotta be popping in your area. Like, you ain't gotta be famous, but you gotta be popping. Like people has to know when they come on your platform that they too are gonna be benefited. Like people are gonna watch this.
Yeah.
That's why you get sponsors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a give and take.
Yeah. I mean, and nonetheless, that's No Labels Podcast. When you first set out to do it, what was your goal? What was the inspiration behind?
That's a good question.
Doing No Labels, man.
That's crazy. Cause I'm gonna be real. Like it all started. And it still is that, but it's like, it started with me, myself. It started with me saying, I wanna, cause my whole thing is, it's a misconception. It's a miscommunication between what a believer is and what the culture has painted of what a believer should be. So I said, you know what? I wanted to open my closet up a little bit and almost document my journey. Almost like what Kanye got going on.
Yeah.
Except Kanye, Kanye actually had a real film crew, following him his whole life, and we didn't know it. But it's instead of telling what it should be, I want to document it. So when I started, I want to document my journey, and I want to talk to people, you know what I'm saying, and learn from other people's experiences. You know what I'm saying? And just go on this journey in a public way, so that you see the pitfalls and the rise up, and how God used the bad to make the good. Just opening up, being transparent about my walk, and it's transformed to something. It's almost like therapy now, to where it started with one person. Now it's like all different people it's came on to even you. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I say No Labels family, I don't just mean the host. Then when I say like you're No Labels family, my partner Frank is No Labels family. It's like the people who he's been with me on this journey.
Yeah. And I mean, I met you back in 2015, and I knew when I first seen you, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, my G just came from the hood.
Yeah.
He just came from the hood.
That's fresh out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I seen that, and that's why I was like, yo, I'm glad he here, because this is where the rubber meets the road, right? Like where we show up as brothers in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because before we do anything together, or before we do anything for each other, we gotta know how to be brothers and sisters, man.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I know for me, you've been a brother, man, to me, bro. So, and I hope that I've been able to demonstrate that to you in whatever way that I can, man. But how do you think, you know, because I know your wife plays a big role.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying? In motivating you and encouraging you, man.
She do.
How you think you're doing, man, as a father right now, man?
Man, you want to ask me that?
I gotta ask you because I'm your brother and I gotta hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
I gotta ask, and how you doing as a husband? You can answer it all at one time. Now, you know this is your time, man. And you know
that's what happened. You get here,
you
get here. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with that's respect. Look, okay, I think if you, I'm not doing bad. I could be doing better.
You could be doing better.
I could be doing better. And truthfully, I think every husband would say that.
Yeah.
But it's like, maybe not. But it's like, as a husband, I mean, as a father first, I'm a great father, first of all. I know that.
About yourself. Yeah.
I know I'm a great father. But I can do better in how I do things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes
it's about you.
It's about me. Sometimes I let my emotions get the best of me.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done with, I love them and I'm willing to address where I'm weak at. You know what I'm saying?
I was that was gonna be my next question. I mean, what opportunities you think you have with that? You know, because I know for me, you know, it's just being straight up transparent about my opportunities with them, right? Like I knew I wasn't, you know, reading no word with them.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know, praying with my old lady every day. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was making things important that, you know, was about me. You know what I'm saying? Just like you, bro. So yeah, most definitely, man. But what do you think? So you think those opportunities, the biggest opportunity for you is just being selfish?
Listen, if I don't know anything about God, I do know like my wife is the biggest blessing, and I think my wife is the biggest blessing. I think she is God's biggest tool to change me. Like she yeah. She is God's biggest tool to change. It's like marriage is like a journey like nobody else knows. And you can, like, married individuals know what I'm talking about, especially people who got married young. It changes you and it shows you, like, if you think you're not really like, I got this thing I'm saying now and it throw people off. Like even I tell my wife, I'm not a good guy. And I'm not saying I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? It is like I tell my wife, and she here, and it's like,
yeah. As a matter of fact, did you wanna bring her on, man, right now?
No, I do want her to come, but
you want her to come now, right now? All right, cool. Yeah. Everything pre-recorded, by the way, too. So
okay,
you know.
Okay. Yeah, I do want to come right now.
Yeah,
I was in live mode.
I got it. All right.
Yeah, but okay, so now I can lean back a little bit. Okay,
yeah.
But
go ahead.
What was I saying now?
Nah, you were saying you said like you be honest with her. You be like I ain't.
Yeah, I'm like it's like okay, we here to talk about a bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna talk about some music and stuff like that. But the heart of it is I tell even my wife, I'm not a good guy. What I mean is, I'm not saying I'm a killer. I'm not saying I'm a stand-up guy as far as according to my own principles. According to them, you know what I'm saying? Work, pay your bills, honorable, honest. I'm all that. But what I mean by I'm not, like, when I met her, first of all, the only thing that's keeping, like me and you talked about, the only thing that's keeping the monster at bay is really the knowledge of God.
Yeah.
And when I met her, it's like, but when I met you, it made me want to be better. And what I mean by I'm not a good guy, and everybody, woman or female, has a monster in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it's things like conniving, whatever your thing is. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got an attitude, whether you sitting in the church, but if something go wrong, you really can let it off. It's like whatever your monster is. Like and I think that's the picture. Like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like really, it can. I be having some ways. I got some ways about myself, but it's like it's a journey, and it's like God healing, He touching. But the truth is, I had to come to the fact you not. You know what I'm saying? You a little. I mean, we read the Bible. Jacob was a finesser. You know what I'm saying? Like Jacob was finessing everybody. He just couldn't finesse God.
Yeah. Speaking of that, man, that's why I really appreciate True Motives as a brand and what you did with that. You know, because the way you was approaching kingdom music and even just approaching the Lord, you were just like, look, if I'm being 100 with myself and others, I'm out here pump faking right now.
Everybody getting pump fake. And it's like, bro, and that's what it is. It's like, but I see it, and it's like, I don't know people's intentions. I don't know the hearts of men. You know what I'm saying? So I can never judge a person. But you see the antics, you know what I'm saying? And you like, after you done been through something, it's almost like you can relate to it. So you see it from afar. And it's like, it's not in a judging way. It's like, hey man, you getting caught up in the same thing I got caught up in. It's like we get wrapped around this how it should be, and we start off with good intentions. Like I truly believe most people who do anything for God start off with good intentions.
Oh, for sure.
But it's the journey. Like when you done lost, and you trying to step back, you trying to get your momentum back, and you lose everything trying to win, and you see it out there. Like you over here trying to win, your family hanging on by a needle, by a thread. You know what I'm saying? Your wife be like this close from leaving you.
This close.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and you out here playing.
And you out here trying to get a gospel. You out here trying to get a gospel marriage. Well, you got one more time now. She out the trash, and she out of here.
Matter of fact, she already gone.
Yeah, it's like
she already gone. Look, man.
And like we don't.
You're right, dog.
I really think honesty would save my marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like being able to say, I'm hurt here or I'm slipping here. Just being transparent. That's my whole thing now.
Yeah.
It's honesty. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So you got the project coming out.
Yeah, this is the first time we talking about it. Yeah, Tribe, definitely. Vision.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, man, what was the inspiration behind the name?
Oh my God, I don't even.
Tribe, man. Tribe of Judah, Tribe your family, like
all that.
Connect me to the project.
It started, man. Honestly, Tribe is like me. The story, the heart behind it, is like me coming to myself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like me coming to myself, and the tribe first is my family. You know what I'm saying? My family is my first tribe. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
my tribe. But when I say I'm tribe, I'm also talking about people who gonna relate to this message that I'm speaking. I feel like there's a lot of people coming to themselves. I feel like there's a lot of people not faking. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by not faking is they're coming out of tradition and religion and realize this thing I'm doing is not fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I'm lying to myself. And it's like, so when we take off that mask, when I say tribe, it's really so much, man. But the first tribe is my family. And then it's like tribe as far as like even biblical, you know what I'm saying? 12 tribes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even, but the main thing is like me coming to myself, is like me realizing that this thing I've been doing, it ain't been fruitful because it ain't been honest, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's like God really saying like, man, when you gonna be you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That part, like, dog.
Like when you gonna be you and stop trying to fit this mold. And it's like, when I start, it's really like speaking to those people like right now who coming into that, like a real relationship with God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you with God every day, always. You know what I'm saying? As you are, through your struggles. You know what I'm saying? And you seeing real growth. You getting. I'm speaking to them, like my tribe. You know what I'm saying? Because if you relate to this, then you part of this tribe. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's almost like a movement. It's a video audio project. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go into too deep of details, but you're gonna see what we got going. And I'm speaking to that. I'm speaking authentic, you know what I'm saying? I'm slaying spiritual cows. Everybody not gonna agree with it. Not because it's bad, because it's different.
Right.
And it's like, and I love the church. I love church. I am a member of it. I have a spiritual father and all that.
Right.
So I'm not speaking against the church. I'm speaking against religion in a way that just like, fam, stop lying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I got tired of lying. Then when you get tired of lying, you get tired of other people lying. Like, fam, we see you, right?
For real.
And it's like, I just want people to be authentic because it's so free. It's free to be you. Like, you ain't got to take no mask off to go to one room to another. The same person you is in church is the same person you at the house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know different venues got different, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to act accordingly, but at the same time, like, I don't have to be a different person.
Yeah, man. I got so many, you know, links and comments, man, and just people reaching out just from me working with you on the podcast, man. And I've learned so much about stepping out there and just going out on faith. Just do it, like you, you know what I'm saying? Like, even because you started doing this, you know, just I could tell that you was scared.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Still be scared.
You know, and it wasn't. What I'm saying is, it wasn't the most comfortable place.
Yeah.
For you to start being vocal and doing all of these things that you're doing, man. You know, I know your wife was a big part of that, but outside of that, man, what was the motivation for that, man?
Broken. I mean, honestly, man, listen. I did that podcast. Matter of fact, you was there, Creative Grief.
Yep.
Creative Grief. And that was my first time really going vocal. Man, really going through hell.
Yeah.
Going through a mental hell. And like getting to the other side of that, realizing like, damn. It's like one of them things like you gotta speak on. Cause like, I don't have all the answers, but I do have some. I got a perspective that need to be heard. And it's like, dang, that was the first podcast I did not want to speak like, and it's like, I don't know, like not even get deep, but you know how like God just put something on your heart that you can't shake it for nothing. I'm like, I don't really want to get this deep. I don't really want to be this transparent. I really don't want to say it. I really don't, but it was like, if I don't, then somebody's suffering the same. It's a believer out there that may be going through that hell now. You know what I'm saying? They stuck in this dark place and they don't know how to get out. It's like,
how to come out.
And it's like, yo, it's like I'm like at the end of it's like I'm still here, fam. It's like I had to go through that to break. Like it was like God was like, give me your tradition, and I give you me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
like a lot of us, me. I didn't find out that I was really worshiping a mental idol, a God who I was forming. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really meet God until I ain't have nobody else. And he was like, man, you ready?
And no other answers.
No other answers. Like, and then this whole image of who I thought God was got broken. It's like coming out of the Matrix. You know what I mean? We getting older.
Yeah.
So like the first Matrix when Neo came out of there and he was like, bro, this can't be real, bro. This can't be real. But the most beautiful part is I found out how real how God loves you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I say that was the most beautiful. That's why I really want to speak this story, because I got a son, you got a son. And religion teaches, like we call God our Father, but we make him sound like a dictator. Not by sermons, but how we act. We make him seem like I'm not kicking out my son if he mess up. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. If my son come home blazed tomorrow, I'm gonna be pissed. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna get disciplined accordingly.
What you doing?
But I'm not gonna kick him out my house.
Right.
Like he's always gonna be my son.
Yeah.
And that's God too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you have no brokenness, then what you ain't really bringing no, like, if you perfect, you're not really bringing no glory to me. You know what I'm saying? Because how can I be known if, okay, so I just put my brokenness out there. So now, just like I was telling my wife, I put my brokenness out there in public. So people gonna witness me heal in front of them. You know what I'm saying? And when it's all said and done, and God finished, then he gonna get the glory.
So that's what you think that's what you're gonna do with this project.
That's what I'm doing.
It's gonna be a revelation of the core of who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, coming back, that because we lose that kid in life. We lose that kid, that little kid inside us, that little spark of belief. You know what I'm saying? That joy, everything becomes so serious. And it's almost like you have to lose that kid to grow up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But once you kind of like, it's almost like God brings you back. It's like God bringing me back around. I need you to find that little kid again. I need you to find that little piece of you. I need you to find you again. You know what I'm saying? Like bump with everybody try to put you on, wife included. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my wife had I can't be who you expect me to be. You know what I'm saying? As far as like who I am. Now I do have responsibilities. You have the right to, because I should provide. So you have the right to make that demand. But I can't be who even you expect me to be. I need to be true to who I am. You know what I'm saying? And wants, needs, and all that. So that's what this is about. And the same thing for her. Like I don't want with my expectations. Like you. Yeah, you gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not just me. So that's what we doing here. And it's like living with God, and like it's a Bible scripture that spoke out to me. True worshipers. Now I'm not saying this is what it means, but this is what God gave to me. Yeah. And it was like Jesus was talking to the lady at the well. He was like, one day people will worship my Father because He's a spirit, in spirit and in truth. And like the truth part really stuck out. Like in truth, like how can you worship God in truth if you live in a lie? Like every time you go talk to God, you never mention what you're struggling with, as if you don't know. Like you never even mention it. Like you go fix it a little bit and then try to go talk to Him instead of like, bruh. And now, like my life, like I'm talking to God like in the thought, like hold up, I don't even know. How we like it's totally naked. And sometimes it's scary how much I don't worry. Like heaven is not even. It's not even a worry for me because the gospel guarantees that. Yeah. So like, I'm not worried about heaven.
Right, because I think that's where we lose connection. Like we got sent here for a reason, for a purpose, and we be so worried and caught up about getting back to heaven.
Yeah,
we miss the reason why we even here.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Now I'm not a perfectionist. That's for sure. I am a perfectionist. I do high standards, but.
I'm a perfectionist.
I ain't got a problem with jumping off a cliff. I just don't jump off so many.
Get to a point,
I got scarred, you know what I'm saying? But I can't let that stop because I was scared for a little while to jump. Man. I was like, man, I done took too many leaps. Boy. I done took, not lost, but lessons, but there was some heavy lessons. Well, I shouldn't did that.
Some heavy lessons?
Yeah. I'm like, man, I can't live in fear, man. It's like, can't live in fear.
I just want to know this side.
You
don't do me like that. You know how I am about my mom.
You fine. You good.
Let me see you next time.
All right, so
okay.
Y'all, first of all, hello, you're on screen now.
Oh, thank you.
Relax.
For the people that don't know you as Willie G's wife, or the people that do know you as Willie G's wife, can you go ahead and tell us who are you? Who are you, ma'am, sitting here?
Well, I am Keandra Harris. I am a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a cosmetologist, I am a sister, I am a friend, I am a counselor. I am everything I need to be at this very moment. That's who I am.
For certain. And you have definitely demonstrated that over the time that I've known you both. You keep on showing up, and I think that's the biggest part of marriages.
It's showing up.
Many are called, few are chosen, and the ones that are chosen are the ones that show up.
Yeah, that's fact.
How long have y'all been married now?
Ooh, 9 years.
9?
We were married 9 years, together 10 years. 10 years married in December.
We got married at 22.
21.
21.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Same as me and Patty. We got married. I was 20.
Getting married young is crazy.
I was 22. She was 23.
It's really crazy.
We were at the point now we're done traumatizing each other.
Oh my God.
That's good, man.
You're right.
I think we just getting there too.
We like,
well, we're good now.
You good? We good. Cool.
How do you? What advice do you give us out there that are married like you, young and old? What are y'all doing to keep it together?
Well, my biggest thing is being able to love a person for who they are and not who you want them to be.
Yeah.
And it's like that's where I had to get, because listen, like, the people who they are, they struggle with what they struggle with, flaws and all. It's like, will you choose to love them for that?
Yeah.
Everything else is workable as long as you can accept. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, all right.
Then also encouraging them to be who they are too.
Oh yes,
Ooh, yeah.
definitely.
Learning that.
Definitely.
Learning
like,
that my view of how I want Willie to be a husband, it may not be Willie's view of being a husband.
But it's like still challenging them to be better.
Yeah, still challenging him to be better. But you know, my idea of this is him. This is who he is, and I'm learning to love Willie for who he is because I know his heart. I know who he is deep down inside.
Right.
All these other characteristics, they okay. But I know I love Willie. You know.
Right. The bottom part that's underneath all of the other stuff. Yeah, I think that's probably the most difficult thing is seeing that and accepting it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, because I always say God looks at his son and his daughter and says, well, whoever this person is you done picked up, I didn't need them for what I had for you.
Yeah.
Right? So make sure that they know that they're going to have to show up.
Wow.
That's true.
Right? Because if I was your father
Mm-hmm.
and you were my son, you were my daughter, I don't need your little boyfriend, your little girlfriend. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
don't need
real.
them.
That's fact. That's a real talk.
That's so real talk.
And that's humbling too to know that. You know what I'm saying? I never looked at it from that perspective, but that's a real perspective
We're
because
gonna
like
talk about that one in the car.
cause it's like because God's saying I never needed she never needed me to complete purpose, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you gonna be here,
and
bro.
vice versa. So it's like make sure that's good. I like that.
That was dope.
That was fire.
Yeah, I mean that's something I've learned over because we're going on year 13 in November, and I've learned that God did not need me to take care of his daughter. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need that. He had a whole vision plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, oh yeah, God, I like this one. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, Lord,
I want her.
let me get that.
Yeah.
And then
Chad.
God was like, well, you know what come with that, right?
You sure?
You
You sure, fam?
Oh Lord.
Right. So like and I just value the fact that you guys continue to show up for each other. You know, and that's from me to y'all. Just show up every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Just
facts.
show up, man.
That's facts.
Because it's so easy to not show up.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, bro,
I
listen.
mean, check out on the kids, check out on
Bro, we were just talking about that. Listen, bro, I was just and like even that's why I wanted my wife here for the simple fact because out of everything I went to, whether it be depression, whether any struggle, she's been there. She's watched my growth. She knows me more than any. So it's like she's here. You know what I'm saying? She's not always in front of the camera, but she's always there. You know what I'm saying? My best friend, truly. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it's the time. I told her like, fam, listen, and like I was even talking to you, and this how me and her talk. I think we still show up because of we learn to be honest, have real conversations. Like conversations don't make you feel. And I'm like, fam,
Don't feel good.
I'm like, I tell one of the things I tell my wife, listen, communicate. Like if you're hungry in the area, whether it be intimacy, whether it be something, let me know. Because if you're not honest and you got this empty place in you that you're not addressing, and then Jody come out, you know what I'm saying, while you out, and then he scratched that, and you didn't know you been wanting. That's how you end up with the drawers off, and you know what I'm saying,
you don't know what to do.
repenting because you really don't feel no way, but he scratched a place that you weren't being honest about. You know what I'm saying, and vice versa.
Yeah, and I think it sounds like I think he was watching a TV show and. They said, we don't get to just be nice, like everybody else. We got to like say stuff that we don't want to say to each other. We got to say those things. Everybody else get to just be around us and not say what they really feel and what they really think. But we can't afford to do that to each other.
We're living a lie.
You were damaged. Yeah, because you say something failure. For real.
Right, like even though I know this might hurt you, I gotta say this, right? And in love, respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully.
Respectfully, like
Respectfully.
sprinkle that on top of it.
Because if you're not honest, man, you like I said, because temptation ain't temptation if it ain't tempting.
True.
Yeah.
And I go
That's
for men.
factual.
I go for men. Like I know it's a lot of people, because I thought I was one of them men. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you notice, like, man, you know what? I could be tempted.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you really gotta G-check yourself. And that's why you gotta be honest. Cause like, bruh, like being tempted ain't got nothing to do with being in love.
Come on.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it could destroy your love. if not checked. So that's real, and that's a part of this whole tribal thing what we got going on. Like this is the first person in my tribe. This is the one who been with me. She knows me as a human, and she chose to stay. She chose to see the train wreck and she chose to stay. And that says that says a lot. That says a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I did too.
Train wreck. I just be like, okay, baby.
That's what I said. You gotta say that too.
And I did too. Like I stayed after. You know what I'm saying?
You saw that whole accident.
I saw the whole thing.
That was ugly.
And I said I chose to love you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you
wildin'.
Yeah, yo, that's real, dog. I mean, I think what helped me see that was just like I said, I got that perspective. Like if this was my daughter or this is my son, and then you looking at scripture and how wives reverence their husbands as lords and kings, and then we say that we're lords and we say that we're kings.
Yeah.
But kings are about their dominion, right, and their subjects.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you know the glory of a king.
Yep.
Is the state of their subjects.
How good their subjects doing.
How they kingdom look.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
if
a
your
reflection.
wife toe up, carrying on, your kids, your marriage looking crazy, man, you gotta check.
It's a bad look.
It's a bad
I tell
look.
Keandre all the time, like, y'all listen, y'all everywhere y'all go, people see like y'all a reflection.
For real.
Yeah, I can't tell her that all the time. It's like the fact of the matter is, I have to take responsibility for provision because that's what God says I am. Now I know it's a partnership, and I know she helps me. But at the end of the day, if I don't take responsibility because God never said the woman is the provider. Not saying the woman don't provide. I ain't saying that because she make good money doing hair, big help. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
hey, they ain't gonna stop coming. They ain't gonna stop showing up.
But at the same time, like if we don't take responsibility for what a man's supposed to be, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's all pointless. You feel you gotta own up.
Like how they doing, man? And,
Yeah.
You know, how they doing really?
For real.
You know, that part, man. When you guys, I know for me things changed when the tribe actually got here, right? Like when Xavier came and he wasn't going back in, and I knew I was legally responsible for an adult or a human being, human. You know what I'm saying? Like
a whole life.
Like did that? I know for me that changed some things, man. And that when we became a tribe, like when it was just me and her, you know, we could cuss and fuss and carry on, you know what I'm saying, and have sex and make up, you know, but then we became a whole family. I know for us, we were a family before we even got married, you know. But I mean, how did that change things for y'all?
I'm gonna speak on this because I was a parent before Willie, so I came into our relationship with my oldest son, who's 13. So that we never really got that aspects of just me and him. It really came when we came. I was already a little tribe, and then he just came and made us a family. Yeah. So it was just always just me and my oldest son, and then Willie came, and then we became a family. So we became one instantly. We didn't get a chance to know each other, really date each other. So throughout the process, we just went straight into roles: wife, husband. Let's go to work. Let's pay bills. Let's go to work. Wow. Let's pay bills. Let's go to work. Let's pay bills. Let's go to work. Let's pay bills. Let's go to work. Let's pay bills. Yeah. And I say that to say it became a constant cycle to it. Willie was like, wait a minute. Like, you're supposed to be my friend. I'm supposed to be able to talk to you. It was just, we just got so much in the routine, like, you paid the bill, I paid the bill, how much money you got, you good, we good, and then let's go to work, let's go to sleep, let's go to work, let's go to sleep, let's go to work, let's go to sleep. Right. And it came a point to where we Willie brought up the conversation, and I was hurt by it, because I was like, well, I thought we was doing that, but we wasn't living, we just were existing. Yes. Yeah,
so we coming back, like we said, we coming back around. It was like, we truly had to become that, like, in order for this to get this far. I had to lose, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, okay, like, I know the word floating around now, but deconstructing, but it's like deconstructing what we thought marriage should be, and, you know what I'm saying, like building up on a solid foundation, like truth.
It's a whole metamorphosis,
a whole metamorphosis.
You realize that, and you know, and it's like, who are you to take away from that? If you're not adding value to it, whether it be with your support, or even if it's you just shutting up, being quiet, and letting them grow. Who are you to take away from that process? You know what I'm saying? It's a humility thing, man. We get, I think in marriage we get cooned up. It's really God's idea. This is His institution. It don't work if you don't show up and be yourself, right? And sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying, it just don't work.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't gonna like her, she ain't gonna like you, because you really just don't like yourselves, right? Like, if I can love myself enough for you to be upset, go to another room, and I really don't give a rip, but I still love you from over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
I love you.
you gotta get
I love you
to
anyway.
to that place, and it took a long time
It
for
did.
me to get there where I can let my wife be mad.
And that's where I'm at. Like, that's basically what tribe. That's basically what tribe. Like I was like, I know Keandra was like I'm like, she thinking I'm saying I'm going, so I'm not going nowhere. But it's like I owe it to myself to like, I owe this to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got lost. I lost me trying to be man, king, responsibility. I jumped straight into responsibilities.
Straight into it.
And God was like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? We coming. He was like, it was like, this right here, I need you to find you. And the same thing goes to her, because she's been a mama since 17.
I'm at 17.
And it was like, she don't know herself apart from her mother. So
man.
so it's like, what I'm saying to me, I'm saying to her too. Like, I want you. You owe that to you too. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who may be watching, like, you owe that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you know you're not being true and real, you owe that to you. You know what I'm saying? And don't feel bad, because I promise you, it's going to explode. It's going. If you don't come to grips and start being truthful, it's going to explode. I'm not gonna say what. I don't want to speak nothing bad on. But if you like if you're not being honest about that itch, draws of Jody gone and somebody crying. You know what I'm saying?
Jody.
Either way, God gonna make it good. You don't want to take it that far.
Yeah.
You don't want to take it that far.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
Willie G, man, I appreciate you. When is the album coming, man? Like, set my expectation, man. We need to know what's going on, man.
This EP
EP.
is gonna be released November 3rd on my father's birthday. This year. November 3rd. But but in the meantime, we got a bunch of audio, a bunch of visuals coming your way. We telling a whole story. It's gonna be fire. And each song is a different conversation. Each song is a world of its own. And I'm bringing the world in. I'm bringing people into this creative circle. I think we're gonna create a masterpiece, man. But I'm doing it November 3rd because that's the day my dad was born. And you know what I'm saying? That's like the biggest inspiration right now, because everybody know he died. So I'm releasing the whole project on November 3rd.
Yeah. I'm excited, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you coming through, bringing us to the lab. This fire. We appreciate you.
No doubt. I'm excited, man.
Think King Media.
Thinking Kingdom Media is glad to have you here, man. We appreciate you. Kingdom salute, bro.
I fire.
Please.
I'm not gonna say I told you. Stinking. Cause I ain't tell ya. Go ahead and focus and meditate on this greatness. If you don't hear the glory, you probably still stuck in the matrix. He said this is for me. Living revelation on your playlist. Since everybody A-listed, we probably need to pray this. The kingdom is coming. Better yet, the kingdom is here, and we the proof of purchase. And I'm not a part of no circus. We two different churches. Who you manifest in the earth with, undermining our purposes for the blessings and the cursing. You know this is working.